at Basket Case Mama Fab Finds. I'm here for another haul video. If you're watching back-to-back videos, you'll notice I haven't changed my clothing because it's the same day. Sometimes I have time to do like an hour's worth of videos. I'm just going to do them in a row and then pace them out as I'm going to post them onto YouTube. It just saves me time to do it that way. So I do shower. I do change my clothing, just in case you were wondering. So anyway, I am here today to go over another haul video with you of things that I picked up over the last month or so. Some of these are from thrift stores. Some are from a big pick that I did. Some of them are from the little thrift store that I go to, where everything's 50 cents usually. So they're just mishmashed into bags today. So I don't know what I'm gonna get until I pull it out. So we're gonna start here. So this is a Wizard of Oz plush. He is a scarecrow. It's such a cute tag. I don't think he's especially old. Yeah, he's 2022. So I don't even know who makes him. Oh, Toy Factory. So it's Toy Factory. There you go. So probably bread and butter, but I like Wizard of Oz. He's cute. And right now we've got, Wicked is nominated for a Academy Award or several Academy Awards. So Wizard of Oz stuff is a little hot right now. So I thought it would be good. So this guy is a Wild Republic. He is a caribou, maybe? I'm going to guess maybe a caribou. He's got that caribou look about him. I'm not a caribou expert, but that's what he kind of looks like. I did get him at the Goodwill. He was $5.49. He's probably going to maybe a little bit more than double my money, 12 to 15. Wild Republic isn't great. They are real, they're nice quality, but they don't go for great money. But some of the more obscure animals do okay. So I haven't looked them up yet, but he may do better than that. I just am hedging my bets right there. So this is a Blankets and Beyond. It is new with tags. It is the rosette kind of fluffy material. It has, it's a fleece. This is its tag. Should you find it without that? I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Let me stick it up. It's kind of got the gold. And it's got just regular fleece underneath. It is a bunny rabbit, so she has to be put up soon. Actually, I'm throwing all my stuff for Easter in there because I want to get them listed next. And Blankets and Beyond, some of them do very well. I was stunned today. I was actually looking some of these up. So the Blanket and Beyond one, I'm with new with tags, is probably around $40. Probably. It's around there. It's crazy. This one too, new with tags. So it was $3.49. This is a Ingenuity Baby. It does have a tag on the side here. It says Ingenuity. I actually have this exact same one, not new with tags, in my stash. So I will probably list this, and then, separate. But I would assume this would be probably $5 to $10 more than the one that I have listed because it's got its tags. I don't remember exactly how much it was. It's not a lot. Ingenuity isn't one of those brands that I've seen a lot of high-end ones. Carter's, you'll see a lot. The Blankets Beyond was really surprising. I think that's a Target brand. Some of them were really high-priced. Of course, Steiff, Jellycat, those brands do pretty well and can have some higher-end loveys. But for the most part, I'm doing baby blanket ones. And there are a few loveys in there that were over $50. But, and one of them I actually have. I think it's in the bag that's coming up, so you'll get to see it. But, yeah, take a look and see what you'll see what, at those. And I'm going to do a just lovey one. So loveys are blankets, security blankets. They have like the little head on them and then the body. And there's different sizes. This is a smaller one. This is probably like 12 by 12. There's 15 by 15. They're very bigger ones. And then they're like the tummy time mats with heads on them. I have a couple of those. I have a lion and a lamb, I think. So they're all different. The ones you want to look for are like this one though, with the satin on the edge. Anything with satin on the edge goes for more money almost all the time, especially if it's not in bad condition. Now, the trouble with the satin is the old satin isn't so bad. It doesn't get picked and pulled the way the polyester satin does. It does a little, but it's a little tougher. You know, like it doesn't get the little snaggies and pulls. Almost all of them have snaggies and pulls. This one actually, I say that, and I'm not seeing literally any in here. That's stunning. But she's a little lamb. It's a Mary Meyer. Mary Meyer is a good brand for Loveys, by the way. That's another brand that does really well, a lot of her stuff. But it's not the highest end. But this one's probably $25. And that's pre-owned, but it's clean. You know, it has to be in good condition pre-owned. So this here is another Lovey. I pick up Loveys just about every time I find them. This is Koala Baby. It's an elephant. Elephants, if you find the green mint chevron one, I've sold 3 of those. I think it's by Carter's. It's a bigger one. This one will probably, and I may have one just like it in there, will probably go for bread and butter. It's just fleece, but it's in good condition. I actually picked one of these up that was so cute, and it had somebody's name, William Jude, in the birth date down here. As you can imagine, it didn't sell. So don't, make sure you double check them that they're not embroidered, because that will ruin your day. They don't cost a lot, thankfully, but it still makes you like sad. So this again has the hook and loop. That's what we call the V word. Hook and loop, stroller loop or crib loop. This was $2.49 at the Goodwill. It is by Blankets and Beyond as well. That gold print's a rough. This also has that rosette on it. And it's also a bunny rabbit. So I wonder if it's exactly like the new one that I have. It may be. And when I was looking up, the rosette ones were listed as hard to find. And I found 2, so apparently not that hard to find. But they were selling for a lot more money because apparently they're not as easy to find. I have 2, so that's a good thing. And that's also like Eastery, so it's going to go in there. So this guy here is so cute. He's Kelly Toy. I love Kelly Toy. I love the feel of the fur on these animals. Well, this is actually a dinosaur. See, he's got like it's a dinosaur. He looks like a teddy bear, but he's a dinosaur. He's got wings too. Look, they're silver on the inside. He's the softest fur. They're some of the softest fur. I mean, Jellycat is like the primo of soft fur. It's like almost mink. It's so lovely. Kelly Toy, honestly, close second. Every plush of theirs, especially their baby plush, is so incredibly soft. So if you like really soft plush, Kelly Toy is a little bit more affordable than the Jellycats are generally. He was $3.49. I'm going to guess that he's probably in the $15 to $20 range. Oh, what are you? You. So this is a Crinkle Claus. He's just a little figurine, but he's patriotic, and I just thought he was cute. Who doesn't like a patriotic Santa? But these I have a Crinkle Angel as well. These are from like the 1980s, the Crinkles. I think they're cute. They're vintage. I'm not entirely sure how much, but I'm going to bet probably around $20, maybe up to $30, because he's Christmas. Now, he may not sell at Christmas. He may sell for 4th of July. Who knows? But he's adorable. And, you know, it could be Uncle Sam, but it's not. It's Santa Claus. He's a Crinkle Claus. It says it on the bottom. Just, but he is cute. Anyway, so this is a puppy dog plush. Look at that face. He's got the eye patch. I mean, those are all words you can use when you're listing them. He is a koala baby as well, just like that elephant was, with the fleece on both sides. So it's more like, what I say usually is fleece, plush fleece, fleece, plush fleece. And then this is more like a minky. It's like that velour. It's more like this is more like a, not quite a velour, but the velour, the real closer pile, is more like a minky on the bottom. This is from 2014. He's got his hands too. Some just have heads, but and he's got a rattle. So those are all words you can use when you're listing him to let people know what he is. So these are Vionic sandals. Summer's coming fast as can be. These are were $2.99 at Goodwill. They are a size 7, which isn't a bad size for a women's flip-flop. Bionic does pretty well. The sandals, I'm going to guess probably 15. But that's not bad. Because they're in good condition. Conditions everything with shoes. Do not buy shoes like if they have heel drag and things, they're going to take forever to sell. So don't do that to yourself. Honestly, this is Fiesta. And again, Fiesta is one of those brands. He's soft, but Fiesta is one of those brands that doesn't do great. And like the other Fiestas, you're going to be so surprised. His name is Vernon. Every animal at Fiesta is named Vernon. So this Vernon is apparently like a lemur, I'm going to say. He's very, very cute. So that is why I picked him up. And he's unusual. If he was a cat or dog or a bear, I would not pick him up. He's a lemur. That's why I picked him up. I also don't pick up unicorns much anymore because for the same reason, they just don't move. But unusual things like dinosaurs or lemurs or, you know, animals you don't see a lot, caribou, you know, some of those will go. And I like the, you know, I think it's fun like for a classroom because they could have like a little zoo area with stuffed animals, things like that. So it's like lots of things you can do that are fun. So this guy is a Dakin. And there's that tag. I'm thinking this is an older tag. It's 1994. I was going to say it looks like an older tag, and it is an older tag. He is a horse, as you can see, probably 30 or up for him. Horses, again, are one of those things that tend to do pretty well in the scheme of things. Now, the thing about stuffed animals, which as you see, I have a lot of them this time. I did pick up clothes and stuff, which I just haven't got to. I think there's some in the next bag. But largely, they take longer to move. So if you, and they are, you have to store them. I have plastic bins with lids that snap that I store everything in. And what I do is, maybe one of these days I'll take you to the storage area. It's my garage. But basically, each one is numbered. So if it's plush, it's P1, P2, P3, P4. There's 25 right now, P25. And they're stacked up 5 or 6 high. And they're clear so I can see through them. Almost all of them are clear now. So I can see what's in them. But this keeps bugs out, keeps rodents out, keeps them out. I don't have to bag them all up individually, which is, I do bag my clothes up, but I don't bag the plush up because I put them in airtight containers, which is the goal. I try not to overfill because then they don't become airtight because it will push up. So I try to make sure everything's pushed down and, you know, it doesn't bow out. And it doesn't, and if it has to bow out a little bit, I'll put something on top of it to keep it airtight. And then for hard goods, it's H's, and for clothing, it's C, and, you know, that's how I do it. And I have the totes out there just kind of stacked up in an order. And I have toys and Christmas. Christmas is an X, because C is clothing. Not because I like Xmas. I actually, you know, you can see I have a Christian t-shirt on. But it was just, it's all holidays anyway, so it was just using one of the letters to kind of find it. But I have separate storage for my ornaments because in the last year I had 2 totes with ornaments in them, and they were all bubble wrapped and, you know, set in there nicely so they don't get broken. Trouble is, every time one sold, I'd have to empty the entire bin out to find it because there were 100 ornaments in the bin. Maybe not that many, but still, it was time consuming and annoying as could be. You can't even imagine. So I found on Home Shopping, they had ornament holders on sale around the holidays. They're drawers that pull out, and they have like compartments for each one, and there were 5 drawers in each one with 20 ornaments, so they held 100 ornaments. And I ordered 3 of those. I'm using one probably for next year. I'm going to put it away, but because I'll be picking up more as the year goes on. But I put them in there, and then each drawer was lettered, so it would be X, A, and then the number, you know, from left to right, 1 in the front, 20 in the back. So XA20 was in the back right corner. I just pull out A, back right corner, there's my ornament. This has been the best thing ever. And those totes were around $20, maybe $22. Best investment ever. I can find an ornament in 3.3 seconds, boop, 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 and I have it. Oh, so great. I highly recommend it. I actually might use one for jewelry, like for bigger jewelry, because I have a couple jewelry storage. Jewelry is another one of those lots of smalls, pain in the butt to keep track of. Small toys would be great for that too. I'm telling you. And they have handles. It's plastic. It zips around so it keeps bugs and things out of it. Best investment ever. I know they're more expensive than like a plastic tote, honestly. But as you empty them, you can refill them. And it's just such a time saver. Because time is money too, guys. You know, when you're out there for a half hour trying to find something, you're sucking time away from listing things and doing other things. So sometimes it's worth a little extra to save yourself a bunch of aggravation and time. So this is the big one I was talking about. It has little polka dots on it. It is minky. It has the satin on the edge and the fleece on the bottom. This is by Cloud Island. Again, this is a bunny rabbit, and it is very big, as you can see. I mean, I want to say it was like 20 by something, maybe 20 or, yeah, close to it. That's like one side there. So like 20 by 20, I think, or something like that. But he's in great condition, a bunny rabbit as before. And as if I recall correctly, around $80 this was selling for. I was like, what? It's in the, I think it's in the blanket video I did because I have it. So I wanted to show you, Loveys can be worth a lot of money. Especially older ones and obscure ones. People had them as a baby. They got destroyed. They, you know, lugged it around till they were 10 years old. Now they're old like me. And they see it on eBay and go, oh my gosh, I had that as a baby. I must have it. And they might have it and give it to a grandbaby or give it to their child to give to a grandbaby someday because, you know, it has sentimental value. And if it's in good condition, who knows, you know? So, and some of them are in great condition. Like, you'd be really, you saw, like I had something from 1980. That's Snuffy Bear, 1980. My son was born in the beginning of the 80s. He's 40-some years old. That's 40-some years old. It's aged very well for 40-some years old, you know? Some people do. Some stuffed animals do. Okay, so this is some clothing I picked up. This is a Tommy Bahama, and it's just like a little bit of a Hawaiian vibe. It's yellow, which is always a good color. It's 100% silk though, so I don't pick up Tommy Bahama generally, but this one I think I saw was going for like $35 or somewhere around there, and I think I paid $6.50 at the Goodwill, which yeah, the Goodwill, the prices are crazy, and I won't buy a lot of things because it's just overpriced, but sometimes you can find things like this one was only $4.99. See, because they see a name, oh, Tommy Bahama, that's worth money. They don't know. There's lots of names that are worth way more money that the people that work in the back of Goodwill have no idea exist. So don't worry about it. Just, you know, just rifle through the clothes if you're doing clothes. Because the ones that are worth real good money, they're clueless, honestly, about. So this one is Konakai Trading Company. It is also a silk blend, but it has a really cool textured patchwork kind of look. It's blue, which is a great color. It's in really nice condition. And because it was only $5, it's probably worth 20, maybe 25, which is fine because, you know, I only paid $5 for it. All good in there. So this is Polero and letterpress. These are very small jeans. I'm going to probably regret this. This is a high-rise denim legging, 28-inch. It was $9. And I'll probably get, but it's a good brand, okay? We did look it up in the store. I don't remember if this was this might be an Anthropologie brand. Anthropologie says right on the tag. Look at that. So Anthropologie brands do really well. These were probably $100 jeans easily. So for $9, I'm probably going to be able to get maybe 30 out of them because they're jeggings and they're not jeggings. They're legging style, which is not in style right now. And they're such a small size. But that's okay because it'll probably still sell. It'll take a little while maybe, but it'll probably still sell. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So this is vintage, probably 1980s by the look of it. It is a advent calendar, Santa. It's like it's probably resin, I gotta say. It has a little thing here, and it has all these little tiny things on it that are magnets. Don't fall. That go on here to mark the days. Now, maybe once upon a time there were 25 of them in there, or 24. There certainly aren't now. But still, you can count down the days with it, and I'll disclose all the ones that are in there. One is missing a magnet, but I think there's maybe 12, or I think there's 12. And it was free because it doesn't have a tag. No, it was probably, I'm going to say probably $5, maybe $6. And it's probably worth 25, 25, somewhere in there, even without all the things, because it's a little bit older, but it's very cool. So I picked it up because I like cool old things. I'm a cool old thing, right? I'm old anyway. I don't know how cool. You have to ask my daughter. I have a 24-year-old daughter. I'm sure there's days when I'm cooler than she gives me credit for. But anyway, this was $4, and this is a blanket. It's a waffle knit. That's what which is awesome. It's got a satin edge, which is awesome. It is by Matin Knitwear, and it was made in Ireland. Also awesome. I don't even begin to want to guess what it might be worth because the variables are big right now. It could be, it's a baby blanket, it's peach. It could be in the $20, $25 range. I paid $4 for it. It could be in the $250 range, or anywhere in between, honestly. So I have to do research on that because this is how that goes. So this is a Donald J. Trump tie, and they do well no matter what side of the aisle you're standing on. They will sell, and he doesn't get any of the money. So if you don't like him, it doesn't matter because he doesn't get any of the money. You do. Whoever bought it originally paid him. You're not. You're paying Goodwill or wherever you find it. It's $2.49. But the thing about this is called a rep tie. So a rep tie is a tie that is, there's fuzz on it, so I was making sure it wasn't stained. So is a striped tie. So it is striped. And stripes, there's regimental stripes, there's all different kinds of stripes. So this is a striped tie, but it's a rep tie if between the stripes there is texture, like here. So this will be a rep tie, and rep ties do really pretty well. A Donald Trump rep tie, like him or don't, his ties sell for quite a bit of money. So some of them in the $100 range, some of them in the $70 range, some of them in the $50 range. If he does a good job as a president, I'm going to think the price will increase. If he does a crap job as a president, the price will go down. It's like the stock market if you're playing with stuff like that. But generally, it's going to be more than $30 because they're very well made. And they have like a lot of, nice little things, and they're good weight. So, you can choose to boycott if you should choose to do that. But the reality is they do well. And, it's about finding the things for the least amount of money that will sell for the best amount of money. So that's one of those things, like it or don't. So anyway, I have actually have a couple in I have sold one. I have a couple in my thing that were priced way high when I first picked them up because they were valued way high. But that was, before the economy was like just really difficult over the last year or two. So with that in mind, I have to go back over some pricing, and I just haven't had a chance to do that. I'm doing inventory. I have to go to these videos. I'm trying to get things listed before Easter, and, so there's lots to do, and I have to do my taxes still in like a couple weeks, and I'm not done doing that yet either. So, and I have to put away things because I'm babysitting for a dog tonight. So, there's lots going on all the time. My life is a constant crazy time, but it's okay. So that is all I have in this particular haul. So I will have another one for you shortly. I thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find my videos quicker. They'll be in your feed of subscriptions. Additionally, if you want to know when I'm going live again, when I'm on again, I don't go live, but when I'm on again, or I posted another video, you can hit the notification button and leave a comment. Let me know what you saw, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought was crazy, what you're thinking, like, you're never selling that. And you may be right, okay? There are things that got listed that haven't sold because you learn as you go. Early on, I would pick up like Nike clothes and things like that. They just don't sell at all. Like, they just don't move at all. So I think I've sold maybe 2 Nike t-shirts in going on 3 years. So there's things that aren't ever going to sell that you might pick up, and then you have to go through your store and refresh and get rid of. If you have a few of them, you can lot them together, and if they're the same size, and that's what I'm doing. Some of my shirts, I have some shirts and pants that aren't selling individually, even though they're good brands, but they're all the same size, so I can put them together as a lot, and I'll get a little bit more money for them, but I'll be able to move them and get them out of the inventory. So you can do that. So there's lots of things to do to kind of refresh your store. I recently invested in some clothing, like model things that hang up that are like bodies, little bodies. It's Bob and Betty. It's Bob and Betsy. Bob and Betsy are my bodies that I put clothing on now, and they hang. But adding that, especially with women's clothing, a little figure under it helps show how it fits in the girl parts and the curves and things like that. For the boy parts, it just gives it makes it not look like, you can tell better how big it is, because I think that the size thing is around a medium. So if it's an extra large or large, you can get a better sense of how big the shirt is and how it fits, and it just gives it a better look when you take pictures. And so those were, again, not expensive, but I picked them up before the end of the year to just kind of take some new pictures. Because my early pictures, I had bad lighting, I had no skills, I had a bad camera, I had a bad phone, I just, everything was bad, and the pictures were very yellow. If you go and look at my old stuff, some of it is so yellow. So slowly I'm going through and pulling things and taking new pictures this year too. So like I said, lots to do. Anyway, I thank you again for watching. I will see you guys on the next one, and have a good day.